All right, these are my grandfather Carl Fisher's home movies. It says 1948-49. I'm only finding video from 1948 because it seems to just go up to just before my parents got married. So this first segment is Gertrude and Verl Webb with Ina and I guess it's Susan. With the help of my cousin Suzanne, I have determined that the woman in the pink dress is Ina Berry. She is my grandpa Carl Fisher's sister. And then there is my Aunt Gertrude and Uncle Verl Webb. Aunt Gertrude is my Grandma Beulah's sister. There's Verl again. And neither Suzanne nor I know who Aunt Fiona is, or apparently who Laurel and Marie are. But here they are at a farm, and I wrote down Fresno somewhere. I'm not sure why. But my Uncle Verl appears to have been something of a nut. So he's going to try to ride this mule bareback, and the mule says, nope. And I think that must be Aunt Fiona. And then Uncle Verl, not to be outdone, tries to straddle this goat, who says, no, I'm not having any of that. And chickens. And more chickens, and Uncle Verl bothering the chickens. And the only thing I can figure is this is Laurel and Marie. And you got a guy in uniform and a guy in a cowboy hat. And there's a bunch of people milling around here, obviously getting ready to leave, petting a dog. I think I see Verl there. A young lady who shows up in a later video, I believe, with a tiny baby. And all I can say is this appears to be in an orchard, and I'll bet you those trees are a lot bigger now. What, 77 years later than they were at the time. And then I think that's Uncle Verl, for some reason appears to have swords. And so, Olympic form there. And this would be my Uncle Bill and Aunt Yvonne Hamilton's house. Suzanne says it was on Dittman Avenue in East Los Angeles. I've scrubbed back and through trying to spot an address on it. It looks like a 3-digit address, which would put it, I did some research on North Dittman. And these are my Uncle Bill's parents, plus my Uncle Bill. And I believe my Grandma Beulah. There we go. Grandma Beulah smiling. Whoever would have figured. Grandma Beulah's in the light blue dress. That would be Grandma Beulah Fisher, actually. And that would be Grandma Beulah Fisher and Edith Hamilton, Uncle Bill's mother, hanging out on the porch. And Bill and his dad checking out something on the car. And Edith and her daughter-in-law putting together a bouquet. and putting together a bouquet a little bit longer, and continuing to put together a bouquet. And here we go to the Truloves. I looked at this quite a bit, and I finally realized it was my Grandma Grace and Grandpa Tom's backyard on Plymouth Street near the intersection with Inglewood Boulevard. And that looked like Uncle Verl trying to get scratched by a cat. There's my dad. His first name was Arlie, but he went by Dean because he hated his first name. And there's Aunt Gertrude and Uncle Verl again. And Aunt Yvonne and Uncle Bill. No idea. Walks up next to my Grandpa Tom there real quick. I believe this is still Joyce Marion Trulove. I think this is before the wedding, but I don't know. That's my mother's mother, Grandma Grace Trulove. And I believe this is my Aunt Mildred and my Uncle Henry, who was a doctor. He actually delivered me in 1949, July of 49. And there's the whole crew. Here comes Mom, kind of being chased by Dad with his hands in his pockets. And directly behind the big house, Grandpa Tom had a truck yard because he had a business called Trulove Transport. And then I'm not sure who that little boy is. I suppose he could be my Uncle Henry and Aunt Mildred's son. His name is going right out, Craig. And then it says something about Big Bear and Snow LA and all that. All I have is Big Bear. And these people are a long way away. If you watch, somebody's going to try and climb down one of the posts here on the right, on the left rather. So, and then everybody's getting up and coming down the steps and down the hill towards, I'm assuming, my Grandpa Carl, who has the, so that's Grandpa Trulove, Grandpa Tom Trulove, and I believe that's Grandma Beulah Fisher. And here's one more pan down the notes that Grandpa wrote. Maybe I'll find some more video. Maybe it was just too degraded and I couldn't digitize it. But that's it.